Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a crazy day in the soap world, and honestly, I am still trying to process what I just watched. Grab a coffee or whatever you need because we have some massive, game-changing news to cover. Let's just dive right into the madness. And I just can't believe they actually went there. You guys, Eric Forrester is dead, the patriarch, the legend. The man who basically built Forrester Creations from the ground up. Found dead right at his desk. I am sitting here staring at my screen, and I am honestly a bit tired and completely in shock. We have been following this show for years, decades even, and Eric has always been the anchor, but now he is gone, just like that. Found lifeless at that massive mahogany desk where he designed thousands of gowns. It feels surreal. It feels like a bad dream that I am waiting to wake up from. So let's back up a second and look at exactly what happened, because the timeline here is absolutely crucial. A few episodes ago, we saw Eric stepping up to protect Elektra. He caught Will Spencer at the Forrester mansion. Will was practically begging for Elektra to take him back after that whole messy situation with the Logan secrets and the violence. And Eric was not having it. Eric stood tall and delivered this brutal, harsh ultimatum. He basically banished Will from the family, told him to get out and never come back. It was classic Eric Forrester protecting his flock. But then the unthinkable happens. Right after that intense showdown, Eric is found dead. At his desk, alone, or at least we thought he was alone. Because when the police arrived and started processing the scene, they found a massive clue. A piece of evidence that changes absolutely everything. Lying right there next to Eric's body was a cufflink. Not just any cufflink. A cufflink engraved with the letters WS. W.S. William Spencer. Will Spencer. I mean, let's be real for a second. What were they thinking? Is it too obvious? A monogrammed cufflink left at the scene of the crime. It feels like something out of a cheap detective novel. But in the soap world, this is the ultimate smoking gun. The police find this shiny little piece of metal, and suddenly Will is the prime suspect in the murder of one of the most powerful men in Los Angeles. And Will is panicking. Obviously, the guy is screaming his innocence to anyone who will listen. He admits he was there. He says he went back to the mansion to apologize to Eric, to try and make peace. Will claims he just wanted to smooth things over so he wouldn't lose Elektra forever. But who actually believes this is going to end well? Who goes to apologize to a man who just banished you, and then that man ends up dead? Honestly, Will's defense is incredibly weak, especially when you look at his recent behavior. The guy has been a walking time bomb lately. We all saw him lose his mind at the beach house. He literally punched his own cousin, R.J. Forrester, repeatedly in the face. He beat R.J. to a pulp, and before that, he punched R.J. in the gut at the bikini bar. Will has been showing these terrifying flashes of uncontrollable rage. He even admitted to Katie that he feels out of control of his temper, like he doesn't know what is happening to his own brain. So, when you have a guy with a documented history of sudden, violent outbursts, and he is the last person seen with the victim, it does not look good. It really doesn't look good. And this is where it gets truly heartbreaking. Elektra, poor, sweet Elektra, she has been through so much lately. She just dumped Will because she couldn't handle the violence and the lies about the Logan defection. She threw her necklace at him and walked away, and now she thinks the man she loved is a cold-blooded killer. You guys, Elektra believes Will did it. She knows about his temper. She saw what he did to RJ with her own eyes, the bruising, the blood. So when the police say Will is the prime suspect, Elektra isn't defending him. She is terrified of him. She is looking at Will like he is a monster, and honestly, Maybe I'm being too harsh, but can you blame her? If your ex-boyfriend has anger issues and your grandfather ends up dead right after a fight with him, you do the math. It is just tragic. Electra is crying, leaning on RJ for support, and Will is watching the woman he loves look at him like he is a murderer. It is gut-wrenching television, I have to admit. But let's talk about Ridge. Oh my god, Ridge Forrester. The man is completely broken. He just lost his father, the rock of his family. And Ridge is already on a warpath. Remember, Ridge just declared an all-out war on the Spencer family because of the Whole Hope by Logan fashion show disaster. Ridge literally punched Bill Spencer in the face a few days ago. The tensions were already at a boiling point, and now Eric is dead. Ridge is going nuclear. He is vowing vengeance. He swore on his father's grave that he is going to put Will Spencer in prison for the rest of his natural life. Ridge is screaming at the police, demanding they lock Will up and throw away the key. He wants Will to suffer. He wants the entire Spencer family to pay for what they have done to the Forresters. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Ridge is a man possessed right now. He doesn't care about due process. He doesn't care about investigations. He sees that W.S. cufflink, and he sees red. He is going to use every ounce of Forrester money and influence to make sure we'll never sees the light of day again. But wait, let's zoom out and look at the bigger pattern here. Ridge is acting like the moral authority, but isn't he a massive hypocrite? Ridge just assaulted Bill. Ridge has a history of violence and throwing his weight around. But I guess in Ridge's mind, a punch is one thing and murder is another, and he is right about that. Murder crosses a line that can never, ever be uncrossed. So what is Bill Spencer doing while Ridge is planning Will's funeral, basically? Bill is doing what Bill does best. He is playing dirty. The reports are saying that Bill Spencer is frantically trying to destroy fake alibi evidence. Read that again. Fake alibi evidence. What the hell is Bill doing? Why did he create a fake alibi for Will in the first place? Did Will come to him and say, "Dad, I did something bad"? Or did Bill just realize that Will had no alibi for the time of Eric's death, and in a classic dollar bill panic, he fabricated one? Maybe he paid off a bartender at Bikini Bar to say Will was there the whole time. Maybe he doctored some security footage. But clearly, the fake alibi is flawed. Or maybe the police are getting too close to discovering it is a forgery. So now, Bill is in his office, sweating through his expensive suit, desperately trying to shred documents, delete files, and cover his tracks. He is frantically trying to destroy the very evidence he created to protect his son, because if the cops find the fake alibi, it proves Will is guilty. Or, at least, it proves the Spencers are hiding something massive. It is absolute chaos. Bill is acting like a guilty man trying to protect a guilty son. And honestly, it makes me wonder, did Will actually do it? I mean, I want to believe Will is innocent. He is a young guy. He is heartbroken, but that temper. The howling at the moon stuff we heard about a few weeks ago, the uncontrollable rage. What if Will went to apologize, Eric said something cruel, and Will just snapped? What if he pushed Eric, or hit him, or caused him to have a fatal heart attack? It is entirely possible. But then I second-guess myself. Maybe I'm falling for the writer's trap. Maybe it is too obvious. The cufflink is almost too perfect. Who drops a monogrammed cufflink at a murder scene and just leaves it there? It feels like a setup. It feels like someone is trying to frame Will Spencer. But who would want Eric dead and Will in prison? RJ Forrester. RJ has been getting beaten up by Will. RJ wants Electra all to himself. RJ was at the beach house. He is opportunistic. Could RJ have gone to the mansion, found Eric dead, and planted the cufflink he stole from Will's house? That is a wild theory, but in this show, you never know. What about Melissa Dillon? She has been acting super shady lately. She tried to seduce Will at the bikini bar. She is calculating. But why would she kill Eric? That doesn't make sense. What about Sheila Carter? Sheila is back in town. She is manipulating Finn. She is blackmailing Taylor. Sheila loves to cause chaos. But again, her target is usually Steffy or someone in her direct path. Killing Eric and framing Will doesn't fit her current agenda. So we are left with this massive, gaping mystery. And it is all leading to one place, the courtroom. We are hearing that this is going to turn into a life or death court battle. It is not just about fashion anymore. It is not about who stole whose designer or who launched the better couture line. The war between the Spencers and the Forresters has officially become a blood feud. It is going to be played out in front of a judge and jury. And during this trial, the darkest secrets are going to emerge. That is what the teasers say, the darkest secrets. What does that mean? Does it mean we are going to find out what is actually wrong with Will's health? Because remember, Will said he doesn't know why he is losing his temper. Is there a medical issue? A brain tumor? Did someone drug him? If that comes out in court, it could change everything. Or does it mean Bill's dirty deeds are going to be exposed? If Ridge finds out Bill fabricated an alibi, Ridge will destroy him. The Spencer empire could crumble. And what about Eric's secrets? What if Eric wasn't just sitting at his desk? What if he was meeting with someone else? What if Donna knows something? Eric just fired Donna and humiliated her in front of everyone because she kept Katie's secret. Donna was furious. Donna was heartbroken. Could Donna have snapped? No, I changed my mind. Donna wouldn't kill her honey bear. She just wouldn't. I refuse to believe that. But someone did. Someone left Eric Forrester dead at that desk. And someone left that WS cufflink. I just can't get over how fast this escalated. Last week, we were talking about Hope's fashion show and Steffi's damage control. And now we are talking about murder, first-degree murder. The stakes have never been higher. Ridge is going to be ruthless in that courtroom. He is going to use every lawyer he can find. He wants Will's head on a spike. And Bill is going to fight back with everything he has. Bill will burn Los Angeles to the ground to keep his son out of prison. It is the ultimate showdown. Two powerful patriarchs fighting over the life of a young man, while the ghost of Eric Forrester hangs over the entire city. And poor Elektra is stuck right in the middle. The Forrester princess who loved a Spencer boy, she is going to have to testify. She is going to have to sit on that stand and tell the jury about Will's violent outbursts. She is going to have to look Will in the eye and basically send him to prison. It is going to destroy her. RJ will be right there, holding her hand, playing the supportive hero. But the damage to this family is going to be permanent. And we can't forget about Carter Walton in all of this. Carter is the Forrester family lawyer, but he is also practically family. He just got that devastating news about Daphne's infertility, so his personal life is already a tragic mess. Now he has to step up and lead the legal charge against Will Spencer. Carter is going to be working around the clock with the DA to make sure Will gets put away, but Carter is a fair man. He is a good man. What happens if Carter starts looking into the evidence and realizes the cufflink was planted? What if Carter finds out about Bill's fake alibi and has to decide whether to use it to destroy Will or seek the actual truth? Carter's moral compass is going to be tested like never before. He is grieving Eric. He is grieving his own dreams of a family, and now he is thrust into the middle of the trial of the century. I honestly don't know how the writers are going to resolve this. If Will is guilty, his character is ruined forever. You can't just come back from murdering Eric Forrester. But if he is innocent, the reveal of the real killer has to be mind-blowing. It has to be someone we never suspected, or someone whose motives are so twisted it makes our heads spin. Whatever happens, this is the end of an era. Eric Forrester was the heart of this show. Without him, the Forrester family is going to fracture. Ridge is going to become even more controlling and tyrannical. Steffy is going to spiral, especially with the Sheila drama happening at the same time. The whole foundation of the show is shaking right now. So yeah, that is where we are at. A dead patriarch, a bloody cufflink, a desperate father destroying evidence, and a grieving son out for blood. I am going to be glued to my screen for the next few weeks, and I know you guys will be too. Let me know in the comments who you think actually killed Eric. Do you think Will did it in a blind rage? Or is he being set up? And what do you think Bill's fake alibi actually was? I need to go process this. I might need a drink. Or a nap. Probably both. Stay safe, stay bold, and I'll see you in the next one.